Hi team, we'll start our abs work. We'll warm up the abs and then we'll get into it. So, tummy is in, pelvic floor is lifted, you're rolling down onto your surface, preferably a mat or the great outdoors. We'll do our pelvic tilts first, feet flat on the floor. Check, tummy in, spine is towards the ground. It's not arching up at all, there's no space or sunshine through here. You couldn't fit your hand under there. Spine is into the mat, pelvic floor lifted. We'll start our tilts, hands on the hips. You're tilting the hips towards the sky and then back. Tilt and back, little tiny tilts. The reason this is work is that you're pulling your abs in and you're lifting your pelvic floor every single time. Ideally, your face is looking up towards the sky. I do 50 of these most mornings. Warming up the abs, warming up the lower spine, strengthening the pelvic floor. You'll know you're doing them right because your abs, your lower abs here, will get very, very warm. I know this looks really easy, but if you're doing it right, it is really good for your abs and your spine. Breathing out as you lift, in as you release. Take it at your own pace. My hips are on the floor. They're not coming up at all. That's a different move. They're on the floor. The work is deep inside your abs and your pelvic floor area. Doesn't look like much, but it's working really deeply. We'll do 8 more. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going into our knees coming in, heels to the ceiling, knees in, toes to the floor. Now we're warming up our hip joints, hamstrings, abs, and lower back. You could do this one leg at a time if you prefer. It would look like this. You're warming up the joints of the hips and the knees as well. You're in control of the movement. I'd rather it be too slow than too fast. You're breathing out as you lift. Breathing out, breathing in. Again, I usually do about 50 of these 5 times a week in the morning. You're in control of it. I'll show you what it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like this. That's using momentum and you're making a noise when your feet hit the ground. There's no momentum. Your toes touch and then you lift and push through the heels. Toes barely touch the ground. You lift and you push through the heels. Always go back to one leg at a time if you prefer. My head, neck, and shoulders are resting on the floor. Check that your shoulders are away from your ears and you're not building up any tension in the body while you do these. These should feel really nice. You're getting rid of tension in the hips. You're lengthening your hamstrings. We'll do 8 more. There's 1, 2, really push the heels. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, here's 7, hold number 8, hold it there and really do an extra push towards the ceiling with your heels, feeling that stretch in the entire back of your legs, possibly your hamstrings as well. And then bend at the knees and we lower back down. Feet and knees come apart, about hip distance apart. They're not touching each other. Check you've got that tilt in your pelvis, tummy pulled in. Fingertips are coming around near your temples. We'll do small lifts here. We're breathing in. We're breathing out to raise the head, neck, and shoulders into lower. Breathing out, breathing in. Breathing out, breathing in. Take these at your own pace, preferably face looking up towards the sky. These are part of our warm-up abs. Keep going. You're warming up through these ribbons here, the muscles here that look like ribbons, and you're tightening those ribbons, making them really strong. Here's 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going into a stretch now. Single leg stretch. You're pulling one knee in towards your tummy. Other leg goes flat on the floor, long and straight. You can do this in a relaxed fashion. Here I am relaxed. My feet are relaxed. Or you can do it dynamically. Flex both feet and actively use the strength in your arms to pull that leg towards your chest. Keep stretching here. And doesn't that feel good in your lower back? We're going to swap, breathing in, breathing out. Swap legs. Head, neck, and shoulders are on the floor. Here I am relaxed. Feet are relaxed. Arms are relaxed. I'm just stretching in a relaxed way. Dynamic, breathe in, breathe out. Switch the feet on. Switch the arms on and really actively pull that thigh towards you. Both relaxed stretching and dynamic stretching are equally good for you. Dynamic will be more intense, but both are healthy, both are good to do. Both will increase or maintain your range of motion at your joints, which is what we want. This is going to become a dynamic workout for the abs now. We're breathing in, we're breathing out to swap. Breathe in to swap, breathe out. Take it at your own pace. Here's level 1. Head, neck, and shoulders are on the floor. The long leg touches the floor. You're in control. When you're ready, how about level 2? Don't let that long straight leg touch the floor. It's floating above the floor each time. Or level 3, breathing in, breathing out, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders, and now you're working from your lifted position. I'm still sinking my abs towards the floor. I'm lifting my pelvic floor as well as we go. Your legs are working in straight lines. As they come in and they go out, they're straight lines. Take a break, go into one of the other levels whenever you feel like it. Here's 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower abs should be super duper warm now. Bring both thighs into the tummy for a nice big hug. Here. Head, neck, and shoulders are resting on the floor. It's a hug. From here, we'll go into the crisscross. The legs are the same as the work we just did. It's the upper body that changes. If in doubt, stay with your single leg stretch that we started with. Stay with the one that we were just doing. Otherwise, when you're ready, you're going from level 3 here to across, across, across. Your opposite underarm is reaching towards the opposite shoulder, thigh. Breathing out and up. Straightening out the legs, push through the heels. There's your crisscross. Here's 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well done. Have another hug. Have your hug here. Hands onto the shins. We're circling the knees around 4 times in one direction. Your knees are glued together. And then the other direction. How are we feeling? Warm abs, warm heart. And 4. Big hug here. We're going on to the straight leg single stretch. One of my all-time favorites. We're raising both legs up. You're going to hold the back of your thighs with the back of one leg here at the calf. You're going to straighten one leg towards the floor, then come back up. Straighten the other leg towards the floor, come back up. Level 1 would look something like this. Head, neck, and shoulders are on the floor. Hold the back of your thigh as you swap each time. A higher level would be to start reaching towards the back of your calf. Or you can take it to the next level up, breathing in, breathing out. Raise the head, neck, and shoulders and work from here. If you would like to stretch your hamstrings at the same time, how about flexing the feet, pushing the heels away from you, lengthening the backs of your legs. I do mine like this, breathing out, breathing in. I tend to do ones. Some people like to do it as 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's up to you if you want to do that pulse. It's a matter of style. You can choose. Here's 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring both legs in, and we'll bend at the knees and come in for your hug. Here it is. Let's work our obliques, one of my favorites. You're putting both feet down, 1, then 2. I'll come this way so you can see. Ankle crosses over the knee. You're breathing in. Breathing out to bring the knees to your tummy, in to lower. Breathing out, breathing in. So that's breathing out as you lift, in as you lower. Head, neck, and shoulders are on the floor. Nice and controlled. Not using momentum. Momentum would look something like this. That's momentum. Instead, it's breathing out, breathing in. Breathing out, breathing in. Last 2. Last 1. And we'll swap legs. Other ankle over the other knee. Check, abs are in. We're breathing out to lift the legs towards the chest, into lower. Breathing out, breathing in. Not using momentum. And really, my back is staying on the floor. This is an oblique exercise and a breathing exercise. You're controlling it. You're not coming up like that at all. That's a different exercise. Here we go. You're breathing out, breathing in. Nice and slow and controlled. Check. Ears away from the shoulders, shoulders away from the ears. And enjoy the fact that we've got our head, neck, and shoulders on the ground while we're working deeply into the core. And lowering down. We're going to work some tension out of our hips and lower back. I'll show you sideways, then I'll turn, and then I'll show you again. So take your knees and feet wide. Again, check. Pelvic tilt, tummy in, arms are out, palms down, like an upside down letter V. You're going to let your knees relax over towards one side, and the key word is relax. Just a comfortable position. I'm not pushing them down, they're just relaxed and going that way. Breathe in, breathe out, and take them to the other side. You might be here, you might be further over, but you're not actively pushing anything, just relax. We're going to turn this into dynamic work for our abs, our core, our hips. So now, a little more dynamically, you're letting the knees go to one side, then back up. Go to one side, then back up. And again, no momentum. Momentum might look something like this. That's not what we're doing. That will potentially cause injury. My abs right now, I'm pulling them in like I have my own homemade girdle on. Really pulling them in. I'm lifting the pelvic floor, and now I am starting to push the knees over to one side, bring them back up. Push, come back up. So it looks like this. And the key thing here is that you are imagining you have a seatbelt tightening. Every time your knees come back up, tighten the seatbelt. Pull the abs in to make your legs come up. Pull. And pull. One more on each side. breathing out, and up. And then this last one we'll do is a stretch. Just let your knees relax over. Have a stretch here. And then the other side. Have your stretch here. Coming up, one knee in, other knee in, big hug. Hold it here for your hug. How's your hug doing? You might be here hugging, that's fantastic. Over time, you'll slowly be aiming to inch your thighs closer to your body until you're all the way in, giving yourself the nicest big hug you ever could imagine. Just like that. It'll feel amazing on your back. Really good for the lower back and hips. Putting one foot down, other foot down, we're going to move into a bit more work for the abs, where we will be raising our head, neck, and shoulders from the floor. Fingertips walk up to the knees, walk back down. Breathing out, breathing in. This is the full exercise. Breathing out, breathing in. Really pull the abs in and keep them in. If that's too much, just walk the fingertips up, let the shoulders come up off the ground, and walk them back down, elbows to the ground. Walk the arms and shoulders up, come back down. That would be for anyone with an injury, especially to the neck or spine. Anyone who's pregnant, this would be a safe way to go. Otherwise, breathing out, breathing in. Breathing out, breathing in. Continue like that, or go a little bit further, sitting all the way up, sitting all the way down. Sitting all the way up, sitting all the way down. You decide whether you're ready for this or not. You know what you've been doing during lockdown. I don't. So, it's up to you. Just whatever you do, keep yourself in control of what you're doing. Again, this is the strength in my abs, my spine, my hips that is making me go up. It's not momentum at all. Momentum might look something like that. That's momentum. I did do that in PE when I was a child. It has its place, but it's not in Pilates. You're breathing out to lift, in to lower. Breathing out, breathing in. On your last one, let's stay down, all the way down, and have another hug. One knee, other knee, in you go, big hug. We're going to move on to one of my all-time favorites, the corkscrew. So both legs come up. They are glued together, super glue. There's nothing on earth that could separate your legs right now. Preferably toes pointing long, abs in. Here we go. Hands at your sides, palms down like an upside down V, and you are circling around a tennis ball like this. And you're in control. Then go the other way. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of you might want to stay right there and do that again. That's a brilliant exercise. I love that one. Otherwise, how about coming up on your forearms? I'm turning my legs out a little bit. Tummy in. And here we go. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same again there, or come all the way up on your fingertips. Check all your checks. Tummy's in, shoulders down, before you start circling here. 5, other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One foot down, other foot down. Let's sit up and check our posture. Shoulders coming up, back and around. Forward, up, back and around. Forward, up, back and around. Last time. Forward, up, back and around. Sitting up nice and tall. Check. Ears, over shoulders, over hips. If something is out of line somewhere, like my ears, it'll look like that. Or my shoulders might be like that, or like that even. If my hips are out of a line, it might look like that, or that. So aim. I hold on to the back of your thighs if it helps. Breathe in, Breathe out and lift. And then do your checks. And we're ready to start a teaser here. We're going to raise a knee and lower, or raise a shin. Your shin is your table. You could put a little summer drink right there. Your shin is in line with the ceiling. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. You could carry on doing these. Keep checking your posture like I just did. Check your lines. How about one out, other one out, and there you go. Your teaser prep. How about letting go of your thighs? How are you feeling? Ready for a teaser here. Glue the legs together, glue the heels together, stretch the feet. You've got your slightly turned out legs. There you go, reach, reach, reach. Do all your checks. Breathe. If you feel like going for it, or if you feel like expressing yourself with some movement, go for it. And we'll go back the way we started in a moment, back the way we came. Bend one knee, bend the other knee, hold. One foot down, other foot down, check posture. Give yourself a pat on the back. That was gorgeous. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to roll down, all the way down to the floor. I'm gonna wiggle so I can see you. Here we go. One knee in, other knee in. Have your big hug here. Is your hug any closer and tighter? It might be after all that. Breathe a little bit. Feeling good? We're ready for the double leg stretch. One of the 34 classical exercises. So, your hands are nice and flat, fingertips glued together, hugging your shins. Legs go out in one direction, arms in the other. Circle the arms to come in for your hug. Find your own pace. It could look like this. Head, neck, and shoulders on the floor. Pulling the abs in, lifting the pelvic floor, and feeling wonderful. How about breathing in, breathing out, and working from your lifted position. Head, neck, and shoulders are up. Breathing out, breathing in. Joseph Pilates invented this one to help with his asthma. Before inhalers were invented, he used exercise to help control his asthma. So breathing in and then empty the lungs as much as you can during that hug. Breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Here's the double leg stretch. Nice classical 1, 2. And last one, lowering one foot down, other foot down, head, neck, and shoulders follow. From here, we will do a bridge. You're breathing in, breathing out. Start to curl the hips, then the lower spine, middle spine, upper spine, all the way up. Check. Squeezing the glutes, pulling up the pelvic floor, pulling in the tummy. You're in control of this. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathing in, breathing out, we'll lower down. From the top of the spine to the middle of the spine, to the lower spine, to the hips, all the way down. We're going to roll over onto one side. Use your top arm in front of you to push yourself up. Other arm joins it, push yourself up, all the way up. And well done. Hope you felt that in the abs, hips, hip flexors. Nice and strong. Well done. See you next time.